All right, so what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This year coming, God spare our lives, 2024 is going to be a rest year. They call it the Sabbath year. But one thing I want to do, as far as the garden, we're going to rest, but one thing I want to do in this coming year, starting now, is I'm focusing on irrigation. The reason I'm focusing on irrigation, you're looking at me and I got a bag full of stuff here. I've been working on this for the last month and a half or so. The reason I'm focusing on irrigation is because I don't really need irrigation, but maybe 1 month out the year, maybe 2, July and August. That's what stops people from actually investing in their garden, because even though I only need irrigation for 1 or 2 months out the year, you're going to say to yourself, man, I'm gonna tough it out, I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna water. But what happens is, it's not that you're lazy, but what happens when you just don't have time to water? You don't have time to get home, you're at work, you don't have time to do it. Well, irrigation is going to actually take the place of that. So what we're doing is, every pot, every bed, every tree needs water, needs a water source. So here in Louisiana, like I said, maybe 1 to 2 months, I've seen it. We've had a drought this year, but usually it's 1 to 2 months you really need to water hard. Either it's dry, or in the summer it's just so hot the plants need water. Same thing with this high tunnel. If it wasn't for the end of January and February, I could grow tropicals here. But just because of that 1.5 months, and sometimes it's only like maybe 2 weeks out the whole year, only 2 weeks you really need protection from the winter. Is that enough to actually go out and spend the hundreds of dollars or the thousands of dollars on that protection? I would say yes, because you're going to see as you up your game. The high tunnel has been a great investment for us, but it needs more. With the high tunnel, we more so need water back here. I'm going to say, especially for potted plants, 12 months out the year, a little bit less in the winter. For the raised beds, maybe about 5 months out the year, because it's so wet back here, they kind of wick up the moisture. But these plants, especially like the bananas, they could do with a lot of having a regular source of water. Your plants are going to grow better, they're going to look better, they're not going to be as susceptible to the pests and the bugs, because they're gonna feel better. They're gonna be able to fight off the disease better by just having a good water source. I got a plant right here. I maybe missed watering it a week, and it hasn't recovered yet. When I got to it, it was droopy. It was looking bad. I watered it. Hopefully it lives. I don't know, but everything else can just thrive. Another thing is, it's better on your back having irrigation. I've had to deal with the back pains of pulling this hose pipe basically over 3 acres of land for the last 6 years. We don't want to go into our next growing period pulling that hose pipe, still utilizing the hose pipe in some areas, but for the most part, it'll be just to bring water to the irrigation system and plug the hose pipe into the irrigation. I don't want to be out here actually hosing anything. Another thing, in the summertime here in Louisiana, we're infested with mosquitoes. By allowing the irrigation to take care of itself, you don't have to stand in one place. So if I'm out in the garden walking around, the mosquitoes have to come find me. If I just stand in one place with the hose pipe for 5 minutes, that's why you see my videos, I'm always doing like that, like fighting mosquitoes. The irrigation is going to take care of that. It's going to be a real simple process, and I'm going to share it with you throughout the last part of this year and going into next year, as we start to just let the ground rest, I'm going to start showing you some of this stuff with this irrigation that I've been practicing in. Some of the things I've been trying, the drip line, the bubblers, the drippers. All of these things are real simple to put together. It's just you need somebody to show you. Once you do one line, that's it. You just continually do it. So just like this, I got a little line right here. Let me show you how easy this is. I got my supply line back here. And this is going to be just for all of my potted plants, my dragon fruit, those kind of plants. All I'm going to do is I'm going to get me a little joiner. These are called joiner bobs, 18-inch joiner bobs. I'm going to even take it to the store where I find these things at. And basically I'm going to just take this. You don't need this but to punch a hole in your supply line, but they make it with a little hexagon head in it right there, and it fits right over that little hexagon head that's right there by my finger. So I just put it in there to make it easy. Basically we join these together. You can just see the mosquitoes on my hands just because I'm sitting right here. Take the little joiner bobs, push it on. That's one side. Just say if I want to use a little dropper here. Here's a little 2 gallon per hour, I think it is. 2 gallons an hour drippers are these little things like this. They're color coded for this company. Some you're gonna see the reds, you're gonna have some grays. The greens here is 2. And I'm just gonna figure out how long I want this line for where I want it to go to. I know where I want it to go. And I put the dripper on the other end. All right, I got one line. I'm gonna show you how to do another line. You can buy the bubblers by themselves. You can see this is what they call them. Okay, you can get these, oh, it's upside down, sorry. Shrublers, bubblers. You can buy those in a pack by themselves or separate, but they actually come with the little joiner on them and the bubbler itself. So you can buy it as one piece, and basically you just twist this off and you got this piece. This piece goes into this end of the hose. All right, so I want to add a shrubler to this pot. This is my variegated Eureka lemon. You can see it right there. I'm gonna add a shrubler to this pot. I'm gonna show you how it's done. Real easy, real simple. Find my supply line, and I'm gonna just use this little sharp edge to poke a hole in it. Basically, I just poked a hole in it. I'm gonna take my other end that we just made, and I'm gonna put that into the supply line. You heard that? Take this edge. Now this can turn on and off. I'm gonna just leave it off. It comes off. If you wonder why the water's not coming out, all you gotta do is turn it and open these little shrubblers up, and it'll spray a wider pattern or a smaller one, depending on you. And basically, I just put this in the pot right here, and you can move it around however you want it to go in your pot. And that's one. Basically, every pot right here has a little shrubler in it. You go to adding amongst your trees, you can add a couple of little plants. That way you're using the water and utilizing the water if you got a bigger planter. So this is what we're going to be doing basically this whole season coming up. We're putting in irrigation, we're moving stuff around, we're putting pots in, we're trying to get everything. We're going to have irrigation in this back beds all the way down. This whole high tunnel is going to be irrigated. The whole yard, for a matter of fact, we're irrigating because next year we're not going to be watering. Well, we're going to be watering, but these lines are going to do it for us. Thank y'all for watching the Go From The Network. Hope y'all enjoy this series that's coming at you. It's going to be all year we're going to be talking about irrigation, trying to get y'all ready, because if you really want a garden, you need water. The only thing that's killing you, you're wondering, what's wrong? Why am I not being able to grow food? Me, I'm just breaking my back watering. But the truth of it, the reality is, if you want a better garden, you got to get water to it. Thank y'all for watching. And as always, grow, grow, grow. Peace.